Hey, what's up YouTube? Leo Sheng here, host of the Extreme Fillet Fishing channel. Today is October 8th, 2018. It is going to be my outing number 141 of this year. I am trying to really not make any excessive noise because the location that I am exploring and fishing today, this little run, is as urban gets. Okay folks, I got housing developments on my left and on my right. Okay, so I got people living over here. I did not see any no trespassing signs. That's why I got into the creek, and I'm going to be wading up and down the creek to see what different species of fish are around this area. So the goal for today, of course, is to find some new species of fish that I have never caught before. And before we get this fishing session started, I would really want to spend just 2-3 minutes of this video to clarify something, more specifically to answer a question that I get here on the channel all the time. A lot of people come here on the YouTube channel and they genuinely ask me, right, why is it that EPF goes after tiny fish, 2-inch fish, 3-inch fish, right? And I kind of get it, you know, those people, when they come on the channel and they ask me that, they really have no idea of my fishing ideologies, right? Or why is it that I do so? So allow me to clarify, okay? There are different fishing styles in our community, right? There are freshwater anglers, saltwater anglers, there are bass anglers, and there are anglers out there who go for multiple different species of fish, multi-species anglers. EPF, I fit in the multi-species and life listing category. Now, what exactly is life listing all about, right? It is like collecting fish. Have you ever collected anything in your life? I don't know, stamps, coins, or just trading card games, anything, right? Sports cards. If you have been a collector of any type, you know what I'm talking about, because life listers, what we collect is fish species that we have caught on hook and line. Such is that I have a life list online. The hyperlink is always in the description of the video. That is my SMUGMUG Fish Photo Database, right? And I am currently at 205 different species of fish under my name. Every day when I get out of my house, one of my main goals is to catch new species of fish. It is not to catch the biggest fish, you see, it is to always catch new species of fish that I have never caught before, so that I can add it to my list, to my fish decks, right? So I just wanted to clarify this. A lot of people don't really understand why is it that life listers do microfishing, right? If we went out of our way and just caught game fish, our numbers would be very low. We would never be able to complete our fish decks. After all, a huge percentage of all fish species around the world, they never grow past 3-4 inches during their adulthood. I'm talking about shiners, darters, daces, etc. And that's why we life listers, in order to complete our collection, we need to go out of our way, you know, and get all these tiny little fish that sometimes are not so easy to be caught on hook and line, so that we can tell people around the world that we have that species under our name, okay? This is what we do. Anyways, now that I have clarified this to you guys, let's get the fishing adventure for today started. I got my photo tank here with me. We're going to do an assessment, like I said, of this unnamed run that is a tributary of the Poquessing Creek here in Philadelphia County. And hopefully we're going to catch something new today. I think this is interesting. Wow, that's a big fish for this creek. I don't know what it was. Well, like I said, it doesn't get more urban than this. We came upon a road. We are on a road of some sorts right here. That's interesting. Okay. I guess we gotta get started right over here. I have to say that this is very different than the regular scenery where I usually fish at. Usually the places that I go to, you know, there's nobody around. Here, it's like I'm fishing right under a highway with people and cars passing above me. I feel a little bit like Uncle Steve, man. Oh, there's one. First fish of the day. What we got here? And it is a creek chub, I believe. Let's put in the photo tank so we can properly identify it. It is actually not that uncommon to find the creek chub, the Semofilus atromaculatus, around my area. So, you know, I'm not so surprised to see this fella here. Our first catch of the day on the waxworm. Check that out. I'm gonna release it now. Okay. What, you don't want to go now? Let me release it over here. You guys can see it. Neat and nicely, a little creek chub goes away. First species of the day. What we got here? It's another creek chub. Ooh, this is a different one. What is this? I think it's a common shiner, but let's put in the photo tank just in case. Now this, my friends, is a beauty. This is one of the native species of Luxtilus around my area, known as the common shiner, the Luxtilus cornutus. It has red on its fins. I'm gonna take a shot at this guy and we'll be able to show you guys better. It's getting a little bit foggy, but this is definitely, you know, one of those cool species around here. Beautiful red coloration on the fins. Alright, I just took a few shots at this fella right here. I know that the light in this video is really bad. I apologize for that. It is a cloudy day to begin with. Add the fact that I'm fishing under a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's a beautiful common shiner right here. Amazing fish. Oh my goodness, what is this? That is another creek chub. So there's a bunch of creek chub right around the area. There we go. People mistake this fish usually for the fallfish, the Semofilus corporalis, but the creek chub is very different than the fallfish, especially the soft dorsal fin. The dorsal fin, I mean, has a black dot over here, right? That the fallfish does not have. Beautiful fish. Let me just unhook real quick. Got my bait back too. We gotta release it over here, man. Try to catch some new species. Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to catch all these fish, but what are all these things here? I think this is a different species, man. I am pretty sure this is a different species. I believe this is a Spattail shiner. Let's put it in the photo tank. Wow, this is pretty crazy. I mean, only if you guys knew, this run over here is right under a street. It's an unnamed run in an urban environment, right? 3 species already. Spattail shiner, Wanropis, Hudsonius. I'm gonna take a few shots right now and release it. Haven't caught anything new yet, but I am fascinated that there are so many different species around here. Now this is beautiful right here. This is another native species of my area. I want to quickly show you guys here where there's more light. The Wanropis hudsonius has a black dot at its tail and a beautiful lateral line that you guys can't see very well, but the dot on the tail and the little blue hue on the fish, I think it's pretty evident of the species. Another native one from my area. What is this? It's a common shiner. There's a bunch of common shiner over here too, with the red fins, right? Like I said, this fish is a beautiful fish. And I put a size 10 hook on. What is that? Is this a sunfish? There's sunfish in this creek? In this run? What? This is a sunfish! Holy There's sunfish! There's sunfish in this run! That's a bluegill! How did this bluegill get here? From the Poquessing? What? Brothers and sisters, I don't think you guys understand, you know, this is just like a little run, a tributary of a creek. You know what I'm saying? This is not supposed to have sunfish around here. And yet, look what we caught. This is a Lepomis macrochirusk right here, a bluegill. Not even a redbreast sunfish, but a bluegill. That's pretty crazy. Species number 4 for the day. Well, that is great. I got my photo tank right next to the water over here. That bluegill got away before I took shots of it. Little fella. Next one, next one. Oh, look at that. Is that the same sunfish? It really makes me wonder if more sunfish live around here. This is a sunfish also? Yeah, all right. This time, I'm gonna take a good shot. Oh, this is not a sunfish. I thought it was a sunfish. It turns out to be a big common shiner. Look at this. This is the biggest common shiner that we caught all day. Super chunky too. This one has been feeding well over here. That's all I can say. All right, let's release this guy over here, man. Been feeding way too good. How is it that a bluegill, and what is this now? This is a big creek chub. Wow, okay. There's a healthy population of common shiner and of creek chub in this creek, okay? Holy macaroni, look at that. This is a healthy creek chub for you. Unbelievable to think that so many natives thrive in this little creek. All right, I think it is about time for us to really start catching the micros now. So I tied on a size 30 hook. As you guys can see, this is a size 30 hook. You can barely see it on my finger. I gotta use small pieces of wax worm, and hopefully we're going to catch some new micro species. So there we go. This is our new setup for the day. I tied this little size 30 hook with a reinforced clinch knot, one little piece of wax worm. We're gonna roll with this, see what we can catch. There we go. We got something. I don't know what is this. We shall find out. Put it in the photo tank. There we have it. It's species number 5 of the day. And if I am not wrong, this is a killifish. This is actually a Mummiche, the Fundulus heteroclitus. Super small, in the range of 1.5 inches, 2 inches. But it counts as a new species for the day. So you thought that those fish that we were catching before were tiny. No, this is tiny, okay? If you have never caught one of these, you can't really call yourself a micro fisherman, all right? This is tiny, my friend. 5 species in one day so far, not bad. I would like to emphasize that microfishing sometimes is all about how comfortable you are with your fishing gear. You know, I mean, if you want to catch this tiny fish, right? In this case, we got a little, what is this? A little Mummiche. You gotta have the appropriate gear to come out and target this fish. You can't just come out here with your salt water, heavy setup to a little creek like this and expect to catch 2-inch fish, right? So a lot of people in the market, they tend to use these rods called tenkara rods. I prefer to just use my microfishing setup, right? My ultralight setup. So as you guys can see, I'm just using a 500 model reel, which is really the smallest one in the market. I'm using the Calamus ultralight, the shortest rod that I have at 4 feet, and I'm just using 4 pounds cast line, right? I think this is a new species for today. Oh yes, this is the Swallowtail shiner. Let's put it in the photo tank. All right, so check this out now, guys. Check out the beauty that we got here. This is a close relative of the Spattail shiner. This one's called the Swallowtail shiner, the Wanropis procni. It is smaller than the Spattail shiner. You can differentiate it by the prominent lateral line that is very, very dark, and also the dark marking on its face that the Spattail shiner doesn't really have. Anyways, let's release this guy. It's been in the photo tank for a little while already. All right, come up here, my friend. Always tricky to release this fish. Okay, you guys can have a final view of our fella here. All right, Swallowtail shiner, another native species. I know that the light today is really, really bad. Okay, nothing much I can do about it. Wow, man, look the markings under the water, and you will be able to understand how beautiful these little native species are. All right, I know the GoPro doesn't really do justice when it comes to all the different species that we've been catching today, not to mention, you know, the sun is not out, right? It's been raining. But anyways, that was species number what? 5 or 6 of today, out of an unnamed little creek around the area. I wish I could film a better outro for you guys, but I think that someone from the top of this bridge just called the authorities on me. The story short is I'm fishing right under the Boston Avenue, which is a, you know, pretty busy avenue around Philadelphia, and there's a bus stop on this side and on the other side of the street. I was just fishing over here right now, as you guys saw this entire video, and a lady on the other side of the street, because you know this place echoes, right? She was like, "Oh my God, I think someone lives under the bridge. I'm gonna call the cops." So I don't know if she called the cops or not, but you know what? I don't want to be here when the cops are here, because I don't even know if this is public or not. I'm assuming it is. I'm fishing under city property. I'm just gonna leave this video at this, okay? We caught 5 or 6 species from this unnamed run, tributary of the Poquessing, lots of native species, very cool. Now I'm out of here. I will see you guys all next time, okay? Time to bail, son.